Well, what's going on, everybody? How are you? My name is Corey Sanders. I go by the name of Tall Boy. I am here taking over the one and only Sammy Cool, Sammy Superstars live stream. It is 5 o'clock and it's Friday. Hey,
Ow.
we're gonna have some fun today, all right? So I don't know where Sammy is. I think he went on vacation for the week, and he said, "Tall boy, do you think you can help me, and just take over the stream?" I said, "When? Friday? Yeah, Friday, 5 p.m. Okay, cool. Let's get it." So today, um, as we are calming down from the initial excitement of me taking over Sammy's stream, let me see. We're gonna have a little bit of fun today. All right. So I need you to do a couple things for me before we get started. I need you to grab a piece of paper and a pen. I'll give you a few moments to grab it, and I'm also gonna ask you because it's 5 o'clock. It's happy hour. I have my favorite beverage. Do you have yours? So you have enough time to go out and get your favorite beverage, grab your piece of paper, grab your pen, and we're going to show you and talk to you today about how to make better interviews. All right. My name is, let me see if I can get that off the screen for 1 second because I'm going to switch over to this one here. And there we go. So if you would like to follow me, that's all my social channels right there. You can feel free to check me out on Roku or Amazon Fire, Instagram, or YouTube at I Am Tall Boy. And I'm thankful that Sammy has allowed me to take over his stream.
Watch this.
So, mastering your interviews, how to do in person interviews. The first thing that you want to do is you want to look good, right? If you look good, you feel good. And then if you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, you get paid good, right? We all want to make that money, right? So, at the end of the day, the interview is not necessarily about making money, but I mean, at the end of the day, we want to pay our bills somehow, right? But you want to look good. And what I mean by that is, you want to stand out. You want to show your branding of some sort. As you can see at the bottom, there's a picture of myself and the rapper T.I. I'm wearing my polo shirt with my logo on it because it's my brand. I want people to recognize my brand, right? And then at the top photo, you see me in a tuxedo. I'm interviewing the mayor of the city of Atlanta. So you never know where you are, and you want people to stand you want to stand out to where people are like, who is that? I need to know who that person is, right? And I want them to say, that's the guy I need to talk to. When I do red carpets or I do conferences or seminars, people are like, Tall boy, limit yourself to one or two questions because you got a whole line of people that want to talk to you. I didn't I'm happy that they want to interview with me, right? That's a cool thing. So I mean, this is simple, basic. I'm not asking for much. All I'm just saying is just go out the house looking good. Mr. F, um, yeah, these superstars, these folks that I've met, this is a body of work. So this is not a one-off. This is not I saw you 2 or 3 times. Like I've built relationships with them by doing community events, by doing conferences, seminars, red carpets. And then after a while, once you start seeing the same people over and over and over again, once you see them, it starts to they become more familiar with you. And then they tend to be or want to be or get to know you a little bit more to where you can potentially do business with them. They could be potentially friends with them or whatever the case may be, right? So, whatever your genre, whatever your field is, whoever it is, there's nobody that can, in my opinion, that's not open to be interviewed. The worst they can say is no. And if they say no, thank you. I'm pretty sure we'll cross paths at a later time and date. But you just never know who that person is and how they could help you. And they don't know who you are and how you can help them. So at the end of the day, you want to start off by looking good. All right. So that's the first thing that you want to do. All right. Number two, you want to be able to do your research. All right. So do your research. So as you can see right here, I've actually interviewed the president of the United States, Mr. Bill Clinton, President Clinton himself. I've also interviewed Shaq. I've also interviewed the gentleman over on I guess he's on the right hand side of the screen, Mr. Lonnie Johnson. For the ones who do not know who Lonnie Johnson is the guy who created the Super Soaker. Remember we were kids and we had the little Super Soaker guns? That's him. I didn't know who he was when I was in the room, right? So I'm just telling you stories and we're going to tie it all in together. I'm doing my research, right? So I'm at this event, I'm at this conference, the Global Hope Forums. And while I'm at this conference, um, I'm trying to interview some of the other bigger names. And somebody says, hey, we need to pay homage to royalty in the room. And he says, it's Mr. Lonnie Johnson, the creator of the Super Soaker. So I'm like, what? So then what I did when I say do your research, I had a little bit of time, because everybody was in the room and they were mixing and mingling and they were saying hi. They wanted to take their photos. I literally walked to the side to myself and I literally said, let me Google Lonnie Johnson. Literally, how hard is that? You only have a few minutes sometimes. Sometimes you may have the whole night. If you have to go do a bathroom break, do whatever you got to do. If there's somebody that you want to know, find out when is their birthday. Find out what is it, something that might be important. Go to their Instagram, go to their Twitter, go to their Wikipedia page, whatever it may be, do your research. So the bottom picture, Mr. Shaq, or as I like to say, Dr. Shaq, that's like my we call each other cousins, call each other brothers. There's a bigger story to this, but I'm going to tell you this part here. When he first got his doctoral degree, he literally worked hard to get his doctoral degree. It was not an honorary degree. He got the degree. So every time I address him, I'm like, "Hey, Dr. Shaq, how you doing?" Now that I say, "Hey, Dr. Shaq," guess what happens? "Hey, tall boy, what's going on?" He gives me whatever I want anytime he sees me. Now, the flip side of it is he's been in a couple of movies and they could not find anybody as tall as he was, which I fit that mold right there, right? So I'm 7 feet tall. He's 7'1". He's about 300 and something pounds. I'm only 242 pounds, but neither here nor there. I've been in a couple of movies for him as his stand in. So, I mean, just because I said Dr. Shaq and because we had relationships with each other, and then they were looking for a stand in, my name was circulated. And guess what? I ended up getting a gig working in the movie Uncle Drew and also What Men Want with Taraji P. Henson. All right. So if you guys are free this weekend and you're looking for some cool movies to watch, this might be something that you might be like, you won't see my face. I'm just his stand in. Okay. Let me see. When you're doing red carpet interviews, you may be limited to one or two questions. So make it count, right? So no. Go back to the do your research. You want to make it count because you just never know. Um, you're on a red carpet. I've showed you the red carpets. They may literally say you only have one question. So you may have like 5 or 6 questions, right? So because you got 5 or 6 questions, you got to make it count. You don't want to say, oh, well, can I get some more time? Because when you're on a red carpet, it's very tight. It's very, everything is fast paced and they want everyone to get an opportunity to get interviews. So because of that, you just have a very limited amount of time. And you might want to try to find out what causes or things that they're into, or find out when is their birthday. What did they do for their birthday? Or what are their plans for their birthday? At the end of the day, you want to get a smile out of them, right? You want to make them remember you. All right. So what I mean by that, look at your surroundings. I don't know if I have a photo. Let me see if I can find it. I think I do. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. You want to look at your surroundings. And what I mean by that, look at this photo here. Right? So this is the president of Morehouse. We're at a conference, and while we're at this conference, look at the background. You see me shooting. I'm about to interview him. I have a mic'd up, and I looked at my surroundings. I did not want anybody to go behind him and what do you call it? Wave at the camera. I didn't want that. I didn't want a photo bomber in my situation. So as you can see, the gentleman to the right, he is behind a backdrop. Now look at where I have the gentleman that's standing and you see me actually setting him up for the interview. Now, we were actually at an expo, right? So because we were at an expo, anybody could have walked by. Now, he has a security guard off to the left. So because he has a security guard off to the left, anybody, or could not go behind, nobody could go behind and cut in front of the interview, but on the other side they probably could. So what I did was I put him behind the backdrop to where nobody could walk by. But what if I had him facing where the security guard is, right? Unfortunately, anybody could be waving, they could be dancing, they could do something silly. And now, does that make your interview, it kind of makes you look kind of cheesy, right? So my thing was, I wanted to make sure that my surroundings were good, to where it was a respectable background, people would appreciate what he's talking about. So he's talking about, and I forgot, I don't know if it was a book or it was something that he was releasing at the time, but we have some type of branding and some type of promo of what he has. No different from the gentleman on the right. He's at the Hope Global Forums, he's giving out information, he's talking about his brand, but we're letting people know where he is at. All right. So that's something that you want to do. You want to look for your surroundings. Is it loud? Is it crowded? Find a quiet place if possible, because you may not have a microphone. If anything, try to have a microphone to go with your phone or to go with your camera if possible. Good audio is always the best situation, right? Look for respectable backgrounds, pull up banners or posters. So as you can see, every photo that I've shown you, they were behind pull-up banners, they were behind step and repeats, they were behind something that you can tell where they were at or what they were promoting. That's something that I always try to look at. Is the venue loud? Is it crowded? Like, I mean, you just don't want people to come up behind you and photobomb you. You just don't want that. You'll be sitting there like, why did they walk into my shot? You don't want that, right? So I mean, you don't, you'll be sitting there like, why did you walk in my background? I'm in the middle of an interview. I got, like, literally use what you got. You don't need to go out and go buy a fancy camera. You don't have to have the best this. You really don't. Now, don't get me wrong, quality does matter, right? But you got to use what you got. When I first started out, I don't have that camera with me. It's on the other side of the room, but this was my second camera that I had at the time. I just used what I had. And then I had some other cameras, and I don't know what I did with them. I don't think that they're down here. No, they're not. They're on the other side of the room. But I had this camera. I had a handy cam. I didn't have the money to go out there and interview people, but with the right proper equipment. But I used what I had. And what I tried to do is use what I had to get to where I was going. So most folks, they have their cell phones. Well, with cell phones, you can get the adapter to get a microphone, right? The microphones are no more than $20, $25. You can get the adapter, which is $5 or $10. And then now you have good audio, and you also have video, and some of these phones are actually just as good as the professional cameras that are out there. Today, if you have your cell phone, you can post right to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case may be. If something is awesome, you can go live, right? Whereas if you have your camera, you have to go back home, you got to edit it, you got to process it. So use what you got. So I'm not telling you to go out and buy a $2,000 camera, and I'm not telling you to use your cell phone either. I'm just saying use what you got to get to where you're going. It's what you got, okay? And then as you get better, you'll start to say, how can I enhance my game? You do not have to have everything all at once, because if you do, you can be like, how do I work all of it now that I got it? Use what you got, master that, right? And then after you master that part, then you go add something to your arsenal. That's all. So use what you got. I'm just going to tell you a real story. I had an opportunity. They told me where this person was, right? And they said, they said, hey, Prince is going to be at this location. Prince. We all know who Prince is, right? And they said, all you got to do is show up. There's no guarantee he's going to give you the interview, but just show up. I did not show up. 3 days later, Prince passed. His last concert was here in Atlanta. Now, that doesn't mean that he was going to give me the interview, but all I had to do was show up. 90% of this is just showing up. You got to just show up. Now, on the flip side, they told me where Kanye was going to be at. You saw I got that interview with Kanye West, right? I did my research. I had 3 questions for Kanye. And they said, unfortunately, we can't give you the interview because it's video. And Kanye said, give the man a chance. I can't give you 3, but I'll give you 1. I had to make the best question possible. And if you go to my YouTube channel and type in Kanye West and I am Tall Boy, you'll see the interview. The video went viral. So I showed up. 90% of it is just showing up. All right. And I just used what I had. At that time, I had a little handy cam, literally a handy cam. Like it was like a camera no bigger than my phone. It was actually smaller than my phone, believe it or not. And I literally interviewed him with the one question. And when I interviewed him with the one question, I sent it to a couple of people, sent it to Russell Simmons. He put it on his website. And all of a sudden, people picked up the question, picked up my video. And next thing you know, the video went viral. All because I knew Russell Simmons. I sent it off, thought it might be of some value. And he shared it. Next thing you know, more people got a chance to know who Tallboy was. So this is all possible. Get their information. So get their information. Before you start any interview, you always want to ask, can you say your name and spell it? Right? Say your name, spell it, and give me your social handles. One mistake that I made, and I do it a lot, and I've learned to correct myself. And I think you have to be creatures of good habits, right? And not bad habits. Get their information, their name, and their social handles. Before any interview, you just say, hey, can you just say your name, spell it, and give me your social handles of where you want people to follow? That's it. It's that simple. Now you have a recording of their voice, them saying their name, them spelling it, and them giving out their social handles. And that way you don't mess up because you may spell it one way, Wikipedia may spell it one way, but they may want it spelled a different way. And they're the ones that you interview, right? So you get their information, and you never know. They might give you your contact information at the end to where now you're like, hey, I can get a hold of Dharma Moon at any given time because you have their email address to where you can send the video to them. So you could easily say, well, where would you like me to send this video to? And then they can say, well, just email me. Oh, just tag me on Instagram. I got you. That kind of stuff. And then that way, once they see it, more than likely, they'll reshare it. That's it. So before I do any excuse me, I done messed up. Oh Lord, I done messed up.
Hold up.
So before I do any interview, before I start, and it's funny because people are like, wow, you just literally just snapped into a whole different person, right? Before I do any interview, I always close my eyes and I do 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's the Tallboy Experience, and I'm live with Sammy Superstar at the streaming Superstar stream, and I'm taking it over right now. Now, I didn't come in here and hey, how you guys doing? Like I found my happy place. Okay, all right, I'm about to go live. Whatever I say, it's about to go down. And if I mess up, if I flub over my words, it is what it is, right? So I had to find my happy place. So I just calm my nerves by giving 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Tallboy, and we're live at Streaming Superstars, and we're taking over Sammy's stream. So find your happy place. And when you find your happy place, best believe whatever comes out of your mouth, you've already thought about it. You did your research. You try to make them, whether it was their birthday, a milestone, something special, a special cause. You wanted to get, you found your happy place. So you're getting a chance to interview that David Nickturn. You're getting a chance to interview Sammy Superstar. You're getting a chance to hang out with Tallboy. I know y'all going to say,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I know you don't care about interviewing. I know you don't care about interviewing me. You care about interviewing Sammy and stuff like that. But I'm just letting you know, hey, you got to find your happy place. I mean, these are all simple things before you even start the interview, okay? So just think about these things, okay? What do we have next? Uh-oh. What do we have next? What do we have next? We have who, what, where, when, why. So when you do your interviews, you want to say, hey, so I do my countdown, 3, 2, 1. And then when I start my interview, it's, hey, it's the Tall Boy Experience. I am live at the Black Honors event. I'm at the Streaming Superstars live stream. I'm here to take over Sammy's stream. I'm here on the red carpet with where are we at, when, and why. So it's let people know who, what, when, where, and why you're doing what it is that you're doing. So my name, what is F Guitar. So hey, it's F Guitar. We're live with David Nickturn. Have fun with art. We're live with David Nickturn, and we're live on my channel, and we're here to talk to him about whatever it is that he wants to talk about. You gave everybody an appointment. You told them what you're doing, where you're at, why you're doing it, and who you're with, right? And at the end of the day, people will tend to respect that. So that way, that kind of gets off the nervousness when you start your interview. So whether you're an overly excited guy like me, or you're just a regular, hey, how you doing? My name is Corey Sanders. My name is Tallboy. My name is F Guitar. My name is Nez. My name is Tech Troublemaker. Or you can be like, hey, it's Tallboy. We're live. And we're taking over Sammy's stream, right? So I'm full of energy. I like my interviews to be full of excitement and energy. I want to get an oh wow moment out of you. But before I get the oh wow moment out of you, before I get all of that out of you, I want to let you know where I'm at, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and when and where it's at. So when I say live, when we're live right now, right? So that's what I want you to take away. So hopefully you had some notes, you took down all of this stuff, and like I said, with that being said, I hope that these are some great tips that you can use. As you can see in this picture, I'm at a Super Bowl celebrity sweat flag football game with Evander Holyfield, the boxer. So I want people to know I'm at the Celebrity Sweat flag football game in Houston, in Phoenix, in Atlanta, in whatever city, state that I may be in. So I want people to know where I'm at, what I'm doing. Let the people know is who allowed you to get access to the celebrity. So just let it know. Be known. I'm at the Celebrity Sweat flag football game. People will know, oh, I'm live at the Super Bowl. Oh, I'm at the Celebrity Sweat flag football game, that kind of stuff. So hopefully that will help you along your journey as far as mastering your interviews. A lot of this is just all mental. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you guys find any value in this, hopefully you will practice. And it says, hey, Sammy. Sammy's not here today. It's Tall Boy today, Tech Troublemaker. But if you guys find any value in this, implement it into your workflow. Practice, look in the mirror, do these type of things every day, or maybe an hour or two before you get ready to go to your event. Practice. Try doing this in the mirror. When you get that David Nickturn interview, F Guitar, because I believe you're going to get it. Nez, when you get that Sammy interview, you're going to be like, man, Tallboy told me these things, right? And so hopefully you've taken the notes and you can implement them, and then you can be better prepared as opposed to being a nervous wreck like, I would love to do it, but I don't know what to say. So I don't want you to be like that, and we don't need you to be shocked, okay? So I mean, at the end of the day, we want you to have an awesome interview. You want people to watch the interview and all that kind of good stuff, and that way you can get a standing ovation like. And you don't want people saying that interview was crap because he was not prepared. We do not want this sound effect right here. So hopefully you enjoyed this presentation. That you guys are interested if you're interested, on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I host a tech show, and it's live every Wednesday where I simplify tech in a language that you understand. And we just try to keep it to 1 hour, and we try to find 4 stories that we think that are important. And that's something that you're saying, hey, I don't know tech. I don't understand tech. Well, this might be a show for you that you might like. So go to the Lab Tech Show on YouTube. And also, if you are not really a YouTube person or you want to watch on your big screen TV, you can also go to Roku or Amazon Fire and search TBE Media. And I produce as well as create content. So I'm multi talented here. So check out the channel TBE Media. And then the tech show is the Lab Tech Show. All right. So that's the Lab Tech Show on YouTube. And if you want to check me out on Amazon or Roku, you can go over to TBE Media. We have now reached our 1 hour limit, and I'm not sure if anybody else is here, but Sammy, hopefully you're okay. You're enjoying your summer vacation. I think you're out of school. So whatever it is that you're doing, live your best life. And thanks for inviting me. I actually enjoyed myself for this past hour, believe it or not. And if you're watching this as a replay, I hope you took notes. And if you did, I'm pretty sure if you implement them, put these notes on your mirror in your bathroom. And then you will see them every day. And as you see them every day, they will start to implement, and you'll start to make them work in the fashion that you want. Okay. Especially if you say you want to do interviews. That's all I can do. Tech Troublemaker, what's happening? I look forward to seeing you soon. Sammy, thanks once again for the invite. My name is Corey Sanders. I go by the name of Tall Boy. And I think this is over with. So I guess I'm going to remix myself right on out of the show. All right. So y'all be good. It was nice seeing y'all.
Watch this.